Okay, so the funny story is I just kind of stumbled into teaching because Amy found me on Twitch and I was playing Animal Crossing on stream and I was showing these Punnett squares that I had made in Animal Crossing with all the flowers because the flowers in Animal Crossing are actually based off of Mendelian genetics. So you have dominant, recessive, and codominant genes in the flowers. So you can actually make up Punnett squares that show what you're going to get from breeding the flowers in Animal Crossing. And then she got me introduced to teaching 2E students online. Okay, but how many people can tell you that they have a bog in their office?
No,
A
these are
bog
big.
with carnivorous plants. I may have a small interest in plants. I'm not sure. You might have to check for yourself on that one. I love learning about relationships between different organisms, looking for the environmental. And the vector artwork that I do for class, I actually started out with doing vectors of plants because I really like plants. And I've done landscaping and nursery work, as well as making graphics, some streamers and logos for some small businesses. So I've had a variety of experiences. And I've also had a little over 4 years of experience in teaching 2E students specifically online. And I love sharing a combination of my experiences with them as well as information to show them. I like teaching kids and finding out their interests. Like just as much as I like sharing um my plans with other people, I also like finding out what the students are interested in because a lot of the time they both will teach me new stuff as well as I can show them new things about what they enjoy. I've had a lot of times where students have taught me something new or about their interest specifically. I've had one who we actually worked together to research the methods of chemically treating wood that was used for railroad tracks. One of the sadly more common things I get from students and parents is that I made their kid like science again because they either didn't like science in general or they didn't like biology, but now they at least find it to be something worth learning about. Degree in environmental horticulture, which largely gave me a lot of groundwork for finding out connections between things. And I have a lot of experience in applying information in different situations. So, for instance, I have lab experience, I have field experience. I regularly research things on my own just because I want to learn more about them. At the time when teaching the 2E kids, it's just a matter of being willing to learn more stuff and being willing to share it because the kids want to know more stuff and they like sharing. I think a big part of it is framing things in a way that is approachable for all the kids and being open to all of the different weird questions or tangents that they want to go in because it's a lot easier to keep students engaged when you take a tangent that or an offhanded comment that one of them says and take that tangent around for a little bit and bring it back to reinforcing the subject than it is to say we're not going to talk about that right now and go back to the pre-scheduled class because you keep them more engaged that way and they're more likely to actually pull things about out of it rather than being like, okay, I'm not allowed to talk in this class.